Hey boo, hey, welcome back to your girl's channel. Now, I know I'll be a little late with the trends and the videos that are being put out. Hopefully everybody ain't already seen it. But to those of us who haven't, this woman's mother-in-law got a tattoo to represent her grandchildren, and a lot of people are raging over it. People are crashing out over this tattoo. So, let's get into it.
Sometimes you gotta crash the fuck out to feel better, because you know what, bitch, I am pregnant, so I can't do the things I would normally do to cope. I would normally have me a White Claw and a blunt and just but you can't do that when you're pregnant. So I might crash the fuck out, and I might post some shit here about my real life that might be shocking to some of you, because I have been living it, and I've been like, what have I been doing for so long? What have I been doing for so long? Losing my shit internally. That's what I've been doing for so long. And I'm finally kind of just breaking free of all that. And so this is going to be a big journey, bitch. When she first got that tattoo, I asked her to cover it up. And at first she told me no. And I said, cool. I just don't want to be around you. Didn't really say too much about it. The next day, she said, hey, I'll cover up around you. I'm so sorry. I was like, cool. I want to cover it up everywhere around me. Not just my home, everywhere. She said, cool. That's not what happened. When she ended up moving back home, I would be in other areas of town and of gathering, and I was trying to be civil for the kids, for my husband, trying my best to just deal and not, but nobody was taking it seriously enough. I would go to another family member's house and she would have it out. I would go to a little bar where it's like a very small town. So every day there's like a routine for somebody in the family to go somewhere and have a couple drinks. Sometimes I would go up there so that way the kids could see grandparents and stuff for like an hour. The thing would be out. I'd be staring at it. One day I was just having a bad fucking day, and we were at another family member's house, and it was just out looking at me. I was already mad at my husband because I had to get 3 kids ready by myself for the day and be over there at a certain time. By the time I pulled up, everyone was asking me where I was at. Like, nobody else had to get 3 kids ready by themselves. Anyway, fucking, and I felt like I kept trying to avoid her at this place, and she kept following me places, and I fucking realized, I'm fucking mad. You have this stupid tattoo just staring at me. Leave me alone. That's not what happened. And then I just felt like nobody was on my side at all. And I feel like nobody could fucking understand, besides my family, how fucking serious this fucking tattoo is. Like, I felt like I was losing my fucking mind, right? So then I finally like crash out a little bit, and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be around you anywhere, anytime, without you covering that fucking thing up, right? And she was like, at first, like, no. And I'm like, fine, like, don't expect me to want to be around you anywhere. Nobody else asked me to go fucking around her with that fucking thing uncovered. All I'm asking is that she cover up with like a sleeve. I'm not asking that she cut her arm off. I'm not asking that she fucking get another fucking tattoo covering it. Just like get like a fucking compression sleeve and cover it the fuck up everywhere around me. Like, the fuck. So my husband's grandparents' like 60th anniversary party is coming up, and like I'm getting asked if I'm going, and I'm saying no, I'm not going. And she's like begging me to go, and I'm like, until you can tell me that you are going to cover up, I'm not going.
Okay, so far, without us knowing what the tattoo is, and to y'all that do know what the tattoo is, you better not say nothing yet, okay? You better not say nothing. You better wait for the rest of us to catch up. Do y'all think that she's being unreasonable, unfair? How would you feel if somebody was telling you to cover up some work that you had got done on yourself? I would be offended because it's my tattoo, I pay for it, it's my body, it's my skin. How do y'all feel just on the basis of her trying to force someone to cover up? With certain situations, you do have to take others into consideration, especially if your tattoo is representing something that has to do with them or their family or their life. But tell me what y'all feeling thus far.
I'm not saying nobody can't be around kids. I've never said you can't be around kids. I never called her a fucking sis. Nothing like that. But if the kids can go to the fucking party, I'm not fucking going. She finally broke down, was like, I'll get the sleeve. I just want everyone together. Fine, whatever. We go. She covers it up. I shut the fuck up. I just mind my fucking business, right? Like 3 weeks past. This past like week was my husband's birthday, okay? We fucking go over there. Not like I popped up. Not like I was uninvited to her home, right? And my plan was, I didn't know if she was going to cover up in her own home. And I was not going to demand it. But I was going to drop off my kids and just leave if she was uncovered. I wasn't going to say nothing. And so I freaking bring one baby in, and she's uncovered, and I turn around to get the other baby, and I say to myself, if she's still uncovered by the time I walk back in here with this other baby, because we have twins, if I walk back in here with this other baby and she is not covered up, I am going to leave. So I turn back around, bring the other baby in. She's coming out of her room from putting the sleeve on. Great. I shut the fuck up. I don't say anything. I go on about my business. Mind you, it's just mind-blowing that you wait until the last second for me to get there when you invited us over. And you know how I feel, but whatever.
Now I feel like you might be being a little unreasonable, because yes, maybe she didn't want to have this sweaty ass sleeve on before you got there. Maybe she did want to wait last minute until you got there. But the fact that she even put the sleeve on to begin with, I feel like she was trying to give a F. I mean, because messing with me in my house, girl, it's my house, it's my sleeve. But things changed when I saw the tattoo.
Whatever. And I just fucking lost it, man. I just fucking lost it. I had decided over something else, a little argument me and my husband had this week, that it was time. It was time. And I didn't feel like... I feel like I know those women in that family, and I know that they all think my husband is a golden boy. And how could he ever do anything wrong to make anybody want to divorce him? I get it, they're his family, whatever. But I also knew that they're all over there, like, talking shit. Because I know those women, right? And so I was just like, you need to tell them how you've been treating me. And so he included me, his grandmother, and his mother in a group chat. And he brought up a couple things that had happened over the years. And then he brought up, the tattoo and stuff. And that's all they wanted to address to me was how this fucking tattoo, not the way that he treated me, the couple things that he had said. Yes. Sorry, I'm staying at my dad's tonight. I had to go back and rewatch and see where I was at. All they wanted to talk to me was about this fucking tattoo and how I needed to like get over it and stuff. And I was just like, you know what? If y'all are so proud of this fucking tattoo and y'all think nothing is wrong with it, post it. Post to the internet that you got a tattoo of your black grandchildren as fucking apes. And the thing is, I am not so sensitive to where I don't understand that it is very common for like little babies at first, like, oh, that's like a little, like, cute little I get it. I'm not that fucking sensitive. However, I've never addressed that because they are also very fucking sensitive. And if I had said, hey, I don't want you to call him that, they would have called me sensitive. I was over exaggerating. She's just so woke, blah, blah, blah. And now they're mad that I never said that. Anyway, so fucking I told her to post it. I was like, if you're so fucking proud of it, post it. I gave her an hour after I said that. And so I posted it because I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of the goddamn games, okay? Y'all making me feel crazy. I didn't feel like he was 10 toes behind me. It was just, he didn't like it either, but I did not feel like he was 10 toes behind me in my fucking boundary, my very simple boundary.
That would have been a huge problem between me and my husband. Huge. It's the audacity for me because I don't give a damn how woke or unwoke you are. You know what the you was doing. You old white B word. You knew exactly what you was doing, in my opinion.
My fucking boundary, my very simple boundary of just covering the fuck up. and shutting the fuck up and stop testing her about it. But I didn't feel like I had that. Felt like I just kept getting little pokes. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I did. It's crazy. I might go back and like delete a couple videos and redo them because I've been a little emotional this weekend. For now, I'm keeping everything up because it's just real. Like, it's just real as fuck. And it's just what the fuck's been happening. And sometimes you just need to let people know. And it sucks. It's so messy. I am mildly embarrassed just because it's like sucks, but like nobody fucking checked them the way they needed to be checked, and they kept fucking dancing around it, and just I lost it. Okay. It is what it is at this point. It is what it is.
I will feel away. Every feeling that she is having is very valid to me. My husband better stand 10 toes behind me in any and every situation. Whether I'm wrong or right, you better correct my ass at home. But right here, right now, you letting your family have this microaggression type bullcrap towards me, and you not checking it, you ain't doing nothing about it, and I am feeling alone in this situation while you and all your Caucasians banter and leave me feeling the way I'm feeling? No. Me and my husband would have had huge problems, and we're gonna continue to have huge problems until you check that old white period. And ain't none of you crackers finna see my babies. None of them. Not nan one of my little apes will you motherfuckers see. And my husband won't be seeing them either if he keeps fucking around with me. Fuck around and find out. I know y'all want to see the tattoo. Are y'all ready? Black mamas, brace yourself.
Tish Monster, since you can't say what you would want to say, let us handle it, right? Because your mother-in-law, the grandmother of your children, of your 3 children, your black children, biracial, whatever you want to call them, they're black, right? Grandma is racist as fuck. Your husband don't give a fuck about your feelings, right? Because if you had a legitimate issue with what she put on her fucking arm to represent your kids, and he brushes it off like it's nothing, he does not care about you. To invalidate your wife's concerns shows that he has zero fucks, or he gives zero fucks about you. And it shows that he'll cater to his mother's fuckery than to care about his wife's feelings. Now, I'll say this, and this is why I say that she's racist as fuck, because you mentioned that you have told her on numerous occasions that when you are around, your kids are around, she's to cover that shit up. And each time, on multiple occasions, she never covered it up.
Messing with me? I don't care if you gotta black out your arm, make it a whole black arm. I don't care what you do, motherfucker, but you ain't finna be seeing my kids, your son, or me until that shit is fully rectified. And the fact that your husband ain't validating your feelings for you, I don't know how long that's gonna last. Because when them kids start to grow up and realize what the other side of their family is about, you're gonna have to snatch up all your kids and bounce. Because those people are not gonna change for you or your children, and your husband ain't gonna make them. So, I'm taking my babies and I'm out.
She never covered it up. They even took it a step further and gaslit you to the point where they're making it sound like you're the issue for having a genuine concern of why they did what they did, or why she did what she did. I'll take it a step further and be real with you. Your mother-in-law slick hates you. She slick hates her grandchildren, because to have that out, people are going to question that. Like, yo, what does that represent? And she's going to say, those are my grandbabies. And they're going to kiki, she's going to kiki and ha, right? About your doggone kids. I hope and pray to God that you divorce that man and you never have anything to do with that fucking side of the family. Because if they'll put that on their arm to represent your kid, if you were to go take those kids to their house and leave them there by themselves, there's no telling what they would do to those kids. Be done, be over with, and just know that they don't fucking like you. They don't like you. They slick hate you. And don't say I'm fucking overreacting either.
That's the perfect term for it. They slick hate you. They low-key hate you. Maybe it's high-key hate you. They hate your ass, though. And they hate that he ended up with your black ass. And they hate that he procreated with your black ass. They hate that even more. So the grandma knew exactly what she was doing. She said, oh, y'all want to mess with me? Well, let me show y'all something. And she showed them something. But y'all, the internet was so mad. Sorry. The black internet was so mad that y'all started coming for the damn tattoo artist. He don't know why he was tattooing that shit. He just did it because that's what she asked. He just did his job. But y'all, they done found the tattoo artist and coming for his neck too.
Hey y'all, so someone found the artist for me and I was able to reach out to him and ask him a few questions. The artist had absolutely no idea that this was happening. He was genuinely shocked. He did this tattoo 4 months ago for her, and all she had told him was that it was for her grandkids. He said, he doesn't get involved in, asking clients too many questions. I asked him if she showed him a picture of us. He said no. He's genuinely shocked. I do not want any hate to go to this poor man. He's just a dude, I feel bad for the guy. I really do. And I don't want any hate sent his way because he honestly had nothing to do with her decision to get that tattoo. All he did was the work. He didn't know anything. So if you have sent him anything, please resend it, take it away. The man had nothing to do with this. And I don't want that poor man affected from my mother-in-law's horrible this decision.
First things first, I just want to say that I am floored by the amount of support that I've been receiving about this and just making me feel validated that I'm not fucking crazy. I just want to say that there is a lot of context and nuance missing that I wish I could say, but I have to get a divorce from this man. I have to protect things so I can get through this, and once it's all over, hopefully.
I am low-key glad that she is going to divorce this man because I don't want her children growing up thinking that this shit is normal. Having microaggressive antics thrown at them all day, every day. Y'all talking about my mama treating us bad every time she leaves. Like, no, I don't feel like her and her children should have married that man without getting to know the family first. And I gotta say, when I married my husband, I knew his family was a little cuckoo. I knew they was, especially his mama. I knew they was cuckoo. But I don't think they realized that I was just as cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? Once a crazy motherfucker realized that they dealing with another crazy motherfucker, they back off. Realistically, you have to choose sometimes. It's going to be the family you created or the family you was born into. Some people have to make a choice. A lot of us don't have to make a choice, but some people do have to make a choice, depending on how toxic those family members are.
To protect things so I can get through this, and once it's all over, hopefully I can give nuance and context about all of it. But I can only talk about my husband in regards to this tattoo situation because I have to navigate. But my husband is not white. He is also mixed. We grew up very differently. He only knew his mother's side of the.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that your husband is mixed too? So this Caucasian grandma slept with a black man and had your husband? And this is the shit she tattooing on her arm? Is she still mad at her baby daddy or something? Because what? Huh? No. I need to see the husband too now. God damn it. I want to see the little kids at this point. Now I'm confused. So you telling me this racist B-word and slept with a black man and had a black child? And she goes and puts monkeys on her arms, acting like she didn't know what it represented? What it meant? Oh, okay. We at the point where I'm about ready to start slapping old bitches. Cause what?
He only knew his mother's side of the family. And I have heavy involvement from my entire family, my entire life. And it's just insane. I had told him I wanted a divorce a few days ago because we got into it about something else. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then by Friday, I was just like, fucking done. Everything was just like hitting me. I was losing my shit. And fucking finally I had told her, like, if you're so proud of this thing, like, fucking post it. And she didn't, so I did. And I forgot I had set up cross posting from my Facebook to IG. And because I keep things mostly on Facebook as far as like pictures and everything for the kids, because I got family all over the country. And it's just, I had posted a couple angry cryptic TikToks, and freaking I got a couple questions about, like, are we talking about this tattoo that I saw on your Instagram? And I was like, we can talk about it. Yeah, so I wish I can give all the details and answer all the questions, but I have to get through this, and hopefully one day I am able to say what the fuck went on in my relationship to condition me to have these reactions that just fucking insane, okay? But thank y'all so much for validating that I am not fucking crazy.
Girl, you ain't crazy at all. And you don't need us to validate that. This is a black and white situation. Ain't no gray, if you ask me. That B-word know exactly what she was doing. Yo punk of a husband know exactly what they doing as well. He don't have enough balls to do anything about it. And want to make you feel like you the crazy one when you do something about it. Girl, please. I believe in trying to work through marriages. I do. But when it comes to my kids being affected, fuck that nigga. Fuck him. Because if you ain't going to choose me and your kids, then we don't choose you.
I just received some news that my mother-in-law is receiving death threats. Now listen, I know the situation is super upsetting, fucking triggering. It's fucking awful. Trust me, I know. However, who is that helping? Who is that helping? I understand I put this on the internet. I know people on the internet are fucking insane, but I've never understood wanting to send a death threat to a stranger. I don't get that. I don't condone it, and I need it to stop. I need that to stop.
I feel where you're coming from, but you wanted to choke her out yourself. You wanted to throw her head under some water for a good 10 minutes yourself. So if you didn't want us to feel how we feel, us black people in particular, if you didn't want us to feel how we felt, you shouldn't have posted it. Because now we finna get on your yellow ass. Why would you post some shit and think you're not finna get a reaction? You posted some rage bait at that. We raging, bitch. That's what happens. That old white bee need to get that tattoo fixed, or they gonna keep coming at her ass. And if you don't like it, delete all your accounts. Tell her to as well.
I don't get that. I don't condone it, and I need it to stop. I need that to stop immediately. Like, I cannot have that be happening. That's not going to help me in my case going forward. As far as anything legally, I need that to stop. Again, I fucking get the anger. I fucking get it. I really need that shit to stop. Like, immediately.
Y'all, she mad at us. Because she rage baited us and we took the bait.
Do you know how racist you have to be to go out and intentionally get a tattoo of 3 baby apes to represent your 3 mixed grandchildren? She and her husband are both mixed, which just means the mother-in-law laid down with the black man and had a mixed baby of her own. So you had your own mixed kid and you just stayed ignorant? Tish also said that the mother-in-law called her babies monkeys previously. Before getting that tattoo done, she had already called these babies monkeys. That should have been the last time she saw those kids. Monkeys? Every time I open up this app, I just come across the craziest stories.
It makes no sense. There is no excuse for that. She got, and I mean detailed portraits of apes depicting her grandchildren on her body for eternity. See, that's the type of stuff, though, that makes me wonder, what were the signs? There had to be signs prior to. One does not wake up with that much racism in their heart. And you mean to tell me 3 children? will be brought into this world related to a raging racist that would do something like that. Yeah, you can't explain that away. Those be the same people that say we don't see color. We don't see color around these parts, baby. We just see love is love. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. I surely do bet.
I am a white woman married to a black man, and we have 4 kids. And what I've come to realize is that white people married or partnered with black people, you have a couple options. Number one, you're an actual ally. Or number two, you use your family, you weaponize your family to say, I'm not racist because I'm with a black person. But then there are no actions that follow through. This video, I guess, is for white people married to black people or partner with black people, especially if you have kids. It is not the black person in the relationship's responsibility to call out racism. They will see it, they can, they should, you should. But specifically after I had kids, the anti-racism journey shifted and it geared up. Because having kids is not an excuse to be racist, and it's so easy to weaponize them. Like, I'm not racist, I have black kids. One thing that she says in the video was that she never called out when like her mother-in-law would say like, oh, these cute little monkeys, talking about her kids. And that's happened to me where like one of my kids would be hanging from like a monkey bar, and a friend of mine, a white friend of mine, would say like, oh, look at that cute little monkey. Or one of my aunts would say, oh, look at this cute little monkey. And it's awkward AF to correct that person, because 9 times out of 10, they don't mean anything explicitly racist by it. In fact, they might call their white grandkids or their white nieces and nephews or cousins little monkeys too. However, there has to be a hard boundary. And as awkward as it is to correct people, it is your job, my job, to correct people. And the way that you do that is like, hey, I'm sorry, yeah, we don't call them little monkey. And then they say, oh no, I didn't mean anything by it. And then you can say, no worries, I just don't use that term. It has a racist history against black people. Now, you're not calling them racist, you're not calling them mean, you're just setting a boundary and correcting a behavior and hopefully educating them. All of this to say, I'm so sorry for that creator and her experience in her own family. I read in the comments that she's leaving her husband, thank God. And if you are a white person married to or partner with a black person, it is your responsibility to be an actual ally. And that starts, not ends, starts with anti-racist education, educating yourself as much as humanly possible on what it means to be black, on the history of being black in America, on the history of being white in America. And then, as I said, it starts with that, but it evolves into now taking action. It's your responsibility to take action and to hold the white people around you accountable and to set strong boundaries to make sure that your children and your family are safe.
Now, what's crazy to me is this tattoo isn't what even sent the creator over the edge. It was her, the mother-in-law, continuing to show the tattoo around her when she asked her specifically to cover it up and refusing to post it. When she specifically asked her to cover it up whenever the kids are around her. She still brought her kids and was around the mother-in-law after the tattoo and 11 years of racism. And like her husband is one of those, let's just keep the peace type of husbands. Like he's okay with his mom and the way she acts. Like he's not exactly happy with the tattoo, but he's not like, appalled by it. And mind you, this is what really sent me over the edge. Her husband, and I didn't know this until I started reading comments and deep diving, her husband is biracial himself. He is a black man himself. He may not identify as it, but clearly this man is not white. Like and he's literally been allowing his mother-in-law to continue to have micro and macroaggressions against his wife and his children. Like, what the fuck? And he wasn't like completely appalled and upset about the tattoo his mom got. I have a lot of sympathy for this woman, but I also, at the end of the day, I'm like, you really need to look within yourself now that you're getting away from this toxic, disgusting family dynamic. You need to try to get as much custody as you can. I wouldn't allow this woman around my children, my black children. I would never. But you also need to get some therapy for yourself as to why, and figure out why the hell you dealt with this for 11 years. And then after this tattoo, you continued to stay and deal with it. there's something within yourself that she needs to like figure out, because yeah, no, the husband is a lost cause. I think that he just has been raised this way and he will never be able to see differently.
The only thing I will ever regret is what I have allowed. I allowed too much. I was way too nice, way too passive. I tolerated too much, and I didn't have the strength and courage to leave long ago before this ever happened. And I was stupid. I do not regret posting that picture. I regret allowing them to feel comfortable enough to even fucking think that shit was acceptable. So that's all I can really say anymore about it. So if you want to stick around, I'm usually a silly, funny girl. At least I think I'm funny. I'm about to start trying to figure out how to fix things in my house and move on from life as I knew it. And if you want to stick around and watch me attempt to flourish, cool. And if not, that is fine too.
Y'all see what the people are feeling about this. We ain't feeling too good. The people are upset. The Caucasians are upset. Everybody's upset because everybody has enough common sense to know that that's just not what you do, especially when it comes to people of this color. We don't like to be represented as apes, monkeys, or any of the above. I don't feel like y'all need to be sending her unaliving threats, but yeah, she needed to catch some heat. She needed to know that what she did was wrong. She needed to know that she better not ever in her life make another mistake like that. And she needs to do something about that mistake, or they're gonna keep coming at her ass until she do. So tell me what y'all think about this. Tell me what are y'all thoughts. Tell me what did you initially think when you first saw it, and tell me how you feel about it now. Because when I initially saw it, I was ready to go find that old bitch myself. I was gonna hire a PI to find her ass. But then I took a step back, breathe in, breathe out, and realize this ain't my problem. I ain't married that man. She did. It's her problem. She posted it. She married into that family. So she gonna have to handle it in the best manner that she can for the sake of her and her children's happiness. Now, I'm not telling her to divorce that man, but I am telling her to divorce that family. And then eventually that man, if he don't stand with you and his children, if he decide to keep standing over here with his bum ass family that he was born into, then yeah, take your little apes and run with them. And that's what I got on it. If you like this video, please boo, like the video, subscribe. I hope to catch you in the next one, and I love you, boo.